Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Lately, I haven't been able to make new videos because I have spent most of my time and energy on supporting my kid through major health challenges. As you could probably imagine, as a parent and a mom of two teens, this honestly have been the most challenging times ever for me since they were born. I've read a dozen of books and have been attending therapy and coaching sessions on how to navigate the situations. And most importantly, I've learned to put on my own oxygen mask first by learning and practicing techniques to stop overthinking and really taking care of my physical and mental well-being during this difficult time. So in today's video, I wanted to share some of my learnings, which I wished I had learned decades earlier. And I will also share some of the books and apps that had really helped me a ton. And if you're also dealing with challenges in life, I hope that these practical tips can help you somewhat. As a disclaimer, I am not a health professional or trained therapist. What I am sharing today is purely based on my own learnings. Please consult with the professionals if you need more help. Alright, let's get into it. My first learning is to allow emotions. Growing up, I used to think that anger, sadness, anxiety are bad feelings, and I need to suppress them in order to feel better. But the truth is that emotions are neither good or bad in themselves. They are signals and tools your brain uses to help you survive, connect, and make decisions. You can imagine that emotions are like ocean waves, and they don't always stay at the peak or always stay flat. When you're experiencing big emotions like anger, sadness, disappointment, think of them as a big wave that builds up, rises to the top, crashes to the shore, and finally subsides. When the emotion gets really intense and overwhelming, there are actually techniques to help regulate or cope with them to make these waves smaller and hopefully quicker to pass. And here's my second learning: how to deal with big emotions. Step 1, name the feeling or emotion. And you can be very specific with the emotion or feeling. Instead of saying I'm angry, you could say I feel offended, I feel irritated, or I feel annoyed. And instead of saying I'm sad, you might say I feel lonely, I feel disappointed, and I feel hurt. Just by saying, for example, I am feeling frustrated right now, helps bring self-awareness as you are observing yourself as someone who is having frustration right now. This in some way has similar effects as meditation, during which you intentionally observe your own thoughts as if you are an external observer. Step 2, take long, slow, deep breaths. Try to find a quiet place and take a deep breath in and a slow, long breath out. It's evident that the heart will slow down and the body will calm down with slow and long exhales. Repeat until you feel calmer. The third method is to change the temperature or sensation that you're feeling. Try to put something cold like an ice or cold towel on your face, neck, skin, or taking a hot or cold shower. The sudden change in temperature and sensation can have a calming effect on the mind and the body. The next method is the 5-to-1 grounding technique. First, look around your surroundings. Find 5 objects with different colors that you can see. Next, find 4 things that you can touch. And 3 sounds you can hear, like the cars just passed by, the birds chirping. Next, identify 2 scents that you can smell around you. And lastly, find 1 thing you can taste. These techniques will help ground you and bring you back to the present moment. I'm sure there are many other methods as well. If you have techniques that have worked for you, feel free to share them in the comments below. My third learning is the arrow theory. This is from the book Don't Believe Everything You Think. I would like to share this quote. Our feelings often do not come from external events, but from our own thinking about the events. When something bad happened to us that we couldn't avoid, it's like the first arrow hitting us. It's painful and unavoidable, and we could only accept, process the emotions, and ride with the waves until they subside. Now, after being hit by the first arrow, how you think about it determines whether or not you will be hit by the second arrow. What do I mean by the second arrow? It is more pain and suffering caused by negative thoughts that can be completely avoided if you can stop overthinking. Let's look at this with an example. Let's say Joe just got laid off. He was hit by the first arrow. His reaction was overwhelmed with anger, frustration. Those feelings hurt, yet they're completely normal. But if you keep on thinking, I'm such a failure, I must have been a terrible person, what if I won't be able to land a job soon? He started to feel shameful, panic, and hopeless. He was just hit by the second arrow and extend his suffering unnecessarily. Now, how do we tell if we're having an automatic negative thought? Recognizing these thoughts is the very important first step. And that brings us to the next learning. Recognize distortions in thoughts. Catastrophizing. What if the worst happens? Emotional reasoning. I feel this way, so it must be true. All or nothing. I am a total failure. Maximization of the negative. I totally ruined everything. Minimization of the positive. They didn't really mean that. Jumping to conclusions. She didn't say hi, she hates me. Fortune telling. I will fail my exam. Mind reading. He doesn't want to talk to me. Self-blaming. This is all my fault. Overgeneralizing. Everyone dislikes me. What we do not question controls us. What we question frees us. And my next learning is how to challenge these negative thoughts. Step 1. Create space between you and your thoughts. Instead of, I am such a failure, try, I am having a thought now that I am such a failure. Next, challenge your thoughts by completing one or more of the following sentences. Even though the fact says, it's possible that. If a friend was asking for advice, for example, even though I failed this time, I've learned so much. the fact or data says that my lab test result is normal. It's possible that he is busy, so he couldn't answer my call. If a friend was telling me that everyone dislikes him or her, I would probably tell him or her that that is not true. You are more awesome than you think. After this, try to ask yourself, what is another way to think about it? And try filling in these sentences with, I now think, I am actually, after looking at all the evidence. A better way to look at it would be, so for example, I now think that failures can help me learn and improve. I am actually caring so much about him. After looking at all the evidence, I am fine and healthy. A better way to look at it would be that just because one person was rude to me doesn't mean everyone would be rude to me. True freedom isn't in having complete control of our minds, but in the ability to be unattached to whatever happens in it. And I would like to share some affirmations that had helped me to shift from focusing on the external to the internal. Most of us are chasing external things so that we can feel something inside, innocently forgetting that all feelings are generated within us. You are the only person in this whole wide world who can make you happy. Your self-worth is unconditional. The path to self-actualization isn't to try to improve ourselves because we think we're not enough, but to let go of the illusion that we're not already enough as we are. During difficult times, it's more important than ever to practice self-compassion. Try to do at least one thing that will make you happy every day. In my case, dancing, singing, cuddling with my dog, watching comedy, and taking a hot bath. Journaling is another powerful tool to reduce stress and clear your thoughts. Practice gratitude. Think of 3 things or people you're grateful for every day. Talk to yourself like how you would talk to your best friend. And make sure that you have good nutrition, sleep, and moderate exercise. And of course, social connections. Hang out with people who can lift you up and give you emotional support when you needed it the most. And remember, what we hold on to perpetuates our reality, and what we let go of creates new possibilities. I hope that this video is somewhat helpful to you, and I will link the books and apps I would recommend in the description below. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, take care.